Ready? Okay, friends. We have someone exciting to introduce you to today. This year, Miss Stuber has what we call a student teacher, somebody who comes to school and learns how to be a teacher. She's in college. She's going to school just like you are, taking online classes, and she's in college. But she's going to be doing a little social and emotional learning first thing in the morning when we come on to our Google meeting. So I'd love to introduce you to Miss Rubio.
Yay! Good morning, everyone. I'm so excited I actually get to stand up here and see all your faces.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Ariana, make sure you're muted, honey. So, how are y'all feeling today? Thumbs up, thumbs down, good? We good? Awesome, I see a lot of thumb ups. All right, so what we're gonna start doing in the mornings is we're gonna do what I'm gonna say is like a mood check. I wanna see how you guys are all doing, how you're feeling, if you're excited to learn today. So every morning when you log in, there's gonna be, like this one, there's gonna be a slide up, okay? You're gonna come in and I know you're gonna be ready. You're gonna have your whiteboard, your pen, or paper if you don't have your whiteboard, okay? And you're gonna come in and you're gonna work on this activity. And then I'll come up and we'll talk about it. Does that make sense? Thumbs up, make sense? Awesome, awesome. I see lots of thumbs up. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys 2 minutes to do today's because you didn't know to do it. And I'll move out of the way so you can see. Let me make sure you guys can see all the emojis up there. Move you a little forward. Okay, so this morning you're gonna do, today I feel, and then you're gonna draw your emoji. And then you don't have to write me a crazy long sentence. You might say, I feel that way because, like if I put, I'm nervous because it's my first time in front of you guys. So I would say, I would draw my emoji for being nervous, and I would say, I feel that way because I have to talk to a lot of kids, right? So you can write me just something really simple, okay? So I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. Okay. And remember, I want to see a picture of your emoji, if you can draw me that picture. And then maybe underneath it, you can tell me a quick reason why you feel that way. Just gonna give you a few more seconds. You guys are working hard. And then once you're done, I want you to go ahead and chin your board, okay? Or your paper. Okay. Starting to see some coming in. Oh, Jane, honey, what's the matter? Can you unmute?
I don't know what I was supposed to do.
So if you look here, I wanted you to draw a picture of an emoji. Do you have us pinned so you can see the board?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just going to draw an emoji and then tell me why you feel that way. Okay? So you can go ahead and... All right, so let's see it. Let's chin it, guys. I want to see your answers. Oh, I'm seeing some really good ones. I see a lot of happy faces. Happy because it's a good day. I love it. I'm happy because I'm ready to learn. Me too. I'm excited. Oh, I'm happy because I get to go to school. Oh. Oh, make sure you chin it, guys. I can't see it if you don't chin it. And put your markers down, okay? I know you might not have gotten to write everything you wanted, but we gotta keep it moving. All right, now I am seeing some sad faces, some scared faces. And that's okay too, guys, because guess what? We all feel, like I said, I was where was nervous? I was super nervous today. Now I'm really excited. All right, markers down, guys. I want to see, yep, I don't want to see your markers in your hands. All right, so remember, every morning we're going to do these check-ins, okay? So I can't wait to see what other answers you come up with. Now, I want boards down and pens down, okay? Can I see everybody's fingers? I want to see spear fingers so that I know your hands are free. Awesome. Okay. I'm seeing lots of good spirit fingers. Oh, you guys are doing awesome at following directions. Okay, now I want you to put your arms out to your sides. You don't have to stand up. You can do it sitting down. All right, now I want to see noodle arms. Can you guys do noodle arms? Good noodle arms. All right, touch your nose. Oh, you guys are quick. Touch your head. Touch shoulders. Okay, now I want you to squeeze your shoulders because you just gave yourselves a big hug for me, okay? So thank you. Can't wait to see you guys tomorrow, okay? Okay, now we're going to have Miss Turnage come up. Thank you, guys.
Yay! She did a good job, didn't she? That's going to be fun every morning. So as soon as you log on, like she said, there'll be something right here, and you just go ahead and do it on your erase board. And don't forget to write as well. Write a little sentence or write some words. Don't just draw an emoji face or whatever it is. You're going to have to write. Okay, so let's switch over. Erase boards down. Hands in the air. Hands in the air. Avery, hands in the air. Yay, hands in the air, waving like you just don't care. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, so I see there's no markers in your hands. That's good, it's because they're put away now. Now, I want you to put your hands in your lap or on the table. Now I want you to switch your gears, switch your mind gears over to journal writing. So we're going to be writing in our journal every Monday, every Wednesday, every Friday. That way, if you have to fix anything or edit, which we call it, you'll have Tuesday to fix it or add to it or draw your picture, and then you can submit it. All right, and we wrote that on your lesson plan for your parents on your Google Classroom. Today's lesson was missing my weekend Monday. So you were to write about something you did fun over the weekend, one thing, and tell us what you miss about it. Like, for instance, this weekend I went to the beach, of course, and I really miss going on the boat, period. So what did I miss? Put it in your head, put it in your hand, throw it at me. I missed the boat. So then I'd write about what I did on the boat, because that's really like what I did over the weekend. And then on Wednesdays, we're going to do something about Wednesday. So it's going to be Wild Wednesday. And then there's going to be a prompt for you, like what you're going to write about in your Google Classroom. And then on Friday, it's Feeling Good Friday or something fun about Friday. And I want you, when you do your closing sentence, putting your ending on, I want you to write what you feel, because we're going to be studying character traits this week. So how you feel inside. I feel happy. I feel excited. I felt scared. I felt, what else? Amazing. All these inside character traits. And Miss Stuber and I are going to be teaching you about those all week long. So by Friday, you're going to know what you're talking about. So I'm not going to do a journal prompt today with you. I want to see what you have learned last week and the week before about writing in your journal. Remember, skip lines, capital letters and periods, and draw me a beautiful picture. I'm not looking at spelling this week, okay? You spell it how it sounds. Cool? Thumbs up. Yeah? Okay. Next up is Miss Stuber, and she's going to introduce our new book for the week. So get those listening ears on. Sit up straight. Scooch in, because you're going to listen. We're having a problem? Here's. Yes, ma'am. Is it Jessica's having a problem? Or, Jessica, yeah. I think that's one talking to you.
Hi, Jessica. What's the problem?
Oh, I like how you're scrunched in, Dominic. I see it. I saw your ear.
My microphone is blocked and my camera's blocked.
Tell your microphone is up.
My microphone is up,
But we're trying to get your camera up now.
but we're trying to get my camera up.
Okay. Can you see me?
Yes.
Okay. I can't turn your picture on. But as long as you can see me, it's okay.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
All right. All right, Miss Stuber.
Hey everybody, good morning. Let me first say that of all the tests that I checked for Edward the Emu last week, everybody did a fabulous job of the ones that did it. There were a couple of people that didn't take their test. So if you didn't take your test last week for Edward the Emu, you better get on there and take it, okay? All right, so we're done with Edward the Emu. We're ready to move on, and we've got a really fun story for you this week. Our story for this week is called A Visitor for Bear. Okay, A Visitor for Bear. Okay, and before we start reading the story, I would like to go over some vocabulary words with you. Okay, some vocabulary words with you. Raise your hand if you can tell me what this word is.
There's an exit. I don't know.
Okay, can you see my vocabulary word that I wrote on the board? Ianthe, what is that word? Can you see it?
Impressive.
Very good, impressive. Okay, impressive. If something is impressive, it is deserving of attention. Ooh, Miss Stuber's making a spelling mistake. It's deserving of attention. So if something is really cool, we could also say that it is impressive. They're synonyms. Cool and impressive, okay? So if it's really impressive, you really want to look at it and pay attention to it. Here's another vocabulary word. Raise your hand if you can tell me what this word is. This is what I hope you're all being today. Can anyone see this word on the board? Miss Harris's class is on the ball. Jade, can you see what that word is right here?
Attentive.
Very good. It is attentive. And when you're being attentive, you are watching carefully. Okay, just like right now, all of you boys and girls are being attentive to Miss Stuber. You're watching Miss Stuber carefully, aren't you? Okay, we've got one more word. Okay, raise your hand if you can tell me what this word is. I hope someone in Miss Stuber or Miss Turnage's class can come up with it. Aiden Williams, do you know what that word is? Rigid. Rigid. Uh-oh, Aiden Williams, somebody didn't tell you what that word was, did they? Make sure you don't get the answer from someone else. Make sure you sound it out and you figure that word out. If something is really rigid, we say that it is stiff, okay? So just like the stick that my sign is on, I can't bend it, right? It's very stiff, it's rigid, it does not bend, okay? So as we're reading our story this week, I want you to look for the words impressive, attentive, and rigid, okay? All right. And one skill that we're going to talk about while we're reading our book, Miss Harris, do you have an eraser up here? I'll just get a tissue. One skill that I want you to pay attention to while we're reading this story this week is called inferencing. Okay? Has anyone ever heard of the word inferencing? It's a big word, inferencing. Okay? Inferencing, when you use your inferencing skills, you're using what you already know in your brain and you're adding it to the clues that the author gives you in the story to come to do something we call reading between the lines, to come to a conclusion. Okay? You're using what you already know and what the author tells you to figure it out. Okay? So in a story, the author's not always going to tell you what's happening. You've got to use your inferencing skills to figure that out. So, we are going to get started with our story. But before we get started, I would like for you to look at the cover. Can everybody see the cover? Hold on, I'm coming. Look at the cover. Okay? How would you describe bear? Okay? How would you describe bear on the cover of this story? Someone in Miss Turnage's class, Dominic, how would you describe bear? Look at the picture. How would you describe bear? What could you say about bear, Dominic?
Happy.
You think he's happy? Okay. Okay. Someone in Miss Stuber's class, let's see. Lillian, how would you describe bear?
Angry.
You think maybe he's angry? How about Miss Harris's class? How would you describe bear? Tashaya, how would you describe bear? What could you say about bear?
Saw a mouse.
He does see a mouse, but could you see, no one said anything about bear's size, okay? I would say bear is huge. Could you say bear is pretty huge compared to that little old mouse? Yeah, I would say he's pretty big. How would you describe mouse? How would you describe mouse? Kamora, how would you describe mouse?
It's short.
He's very short. Could you say mouse is very small and bear is very big? Okay, good. And I don't know if you can see, but there's a sign on the cover and it actually says, no visitors allowed. What do you think that's gonna mean? Who wants to make a prediction? Last week we talked about predictions. Who wants to make a prediction on what they think the story's about? Evie?
So basically, the bear is telling the visitors no visitors allowed.
Yeah, he's not wanting anybody to come and visit him, is he? If it says no visitors allowed, we don't want anybody coming to visit. So my reader brain is telling me that I don't know why. I'm wondering, why doesn't bear want visitors to come? And does anyone remember what good readers do when they're making predictions? Elise, what do good readers do when you make a prediction?
Read to find out.
Exactly right. We read to find out. So we're going to go ahead and get started on a visitor for bear. And I also want you to notice on the cover right here, there's a big seal, a big golden seal. Do you see that? Okay, this book won a medal, which means it's a wonderful book to read. It won the E.B. White Read Aloud Award. Okay, so it won an award, so that means this is a really good book. Okay, all right, here we are. A Visitor for Bear. Okay, A Visitor for Bear. Does everybody have Miss Stuber pinned? Penley, you paying attention, bud? Okay, here we go. No one ever came to Bear's house. It had always been that way, and Bear was quite sure he didn't like visitors. He even had a sign, and here's his sign. No visitors allowed. Gavin, you paying attention, bud? You watching the story, Gavin? We're over here. One morning, Bear heard a tap, tap, tapping on his front door. Who wants to make a prediction on who that could be? Avery Himes, who do you think that could be?
Mouse.
Maybe it's gonna be Mouse. And as good readers, what do we do? Weston, what do we do as good readers?
They read to find out.
That's exactly right. You read to find out. So we're going to keep reading. When he opened his door, there was a mouse, small and gray and bright-eyed. No visitors allowed, said Bear, pointing to the sign. Go away. So even though the author doesn't tell us, let's use our inferencing skills here. How do you think Bear is feeling? How do you think he's feeling? Ianthe?
Maybe angry.
Oh, maybe he's angry. Why do you think he would be angry?
Because he said no visitors allowed, and there was the visitor.
Exactly right. And then someone had the nerve to come banging on his door. Very good. So the author didn't tell us that that's how Bear's feeling, but we can use what we know about the story and what we already know in our brains to figure it out, right? We know Bear is not happy. He closed the door and went back to the business of making his breakfast. He set out 1 cup and 1 spoon. But when he opened the cupboard to get out 1 bowl, what do you think is going to happen when he opens the cupboard to get out a bowl? Anyone want to make a prediction or a guess? Paisley, do you want to make a prediction? You don't know? Bennett, do you want to make a prediction?
I think the mouse will be there.
Oh, he thinks the mouse might be there. Give me a thumbs up if you agree with Bennett. Give me a thumbs down if you think maybe something else is going to happen. Good readers do what? What do? They read to find out, and here we go. There was the mouse. Small and gray and bright-eyed. So here he is. Can you see him in the cupboard? Can you see Mouse in the cupboard? There he is. Bear doesn't look very happy about it, does he? I told you to leave, cried Bear. Perhaps we could just have a spot of tea, said Mouse. Out, commanded Bear. Most sorry, said the Mouse. I'll be going now. Bear showed him to the door and shut it firmly. So was Bear happy to see Mouse in his cupboard? No, he was not. Then he went to the back, Then he went back to the business of making his breakfast. But when he opened the bread drawer for 1 slice of bread, what do you think is going to happen? Who wants to make a prediction? Brooklyn?
Mouse
You think the mouse is gonna be there when he goes to get a slice of bread?
Yeah.
What do good readers do?
We need to find out.
That's exactly right. So let's keep reading. There was the mouse, small and gray and bright-eyed. Here he is. You see the mouse? In the bread drawer. See him? You see mouse in the bread drawer? There he was. How do you think Bear's gonna feel about that now? Lily, how do you think Bear's gonna feel about that?
Angry.
You think maybe he's gonna be angry because we can use what we already know and clues from the story to know that Bear wasn't happy the first time he saw Mouse, so he's probably not gonna be happy this time, is he? Let's keep reading to find out. Unbelievable, rumbled Bear. Away with you, vamoose. I do like a bit of cheese, said the mouse. Bear pointed a rigid claw toward the door. Yes, then, here I go, said the mouse. Farewell. And Mouse whisked out the door. So, as we read, was our prediction correct? Was Bear not feeling very happy about Mouse being there? Curtis, how did he feel?
Mad.
He was mad. He said, vamoose, hit the road. Get on out of here. This time, Bear shut the door very firmly and he locked it tight. Here he is, locking that door tight. You see all those locks? He's shut it firmly and he's locking it tight. He locked the windows too for good measure. So he locked the doors tight. He locked up those windows. Who was he trying to keep out? Who was he trying to keep out, Jessica?
He was trying to keep out the mouse.
The mouse. Good. Then, once again, he went back to the business of making his breakfast. But when he opened the fridge to get one egg, Jalen Roundtree, what do you think is going to happen when he opens that fridge to get an egg?
He's gonna see the mouse.
You think he's going to see the mouse? Give me a thumbs up if you agree with Jalen. Give me a thumbs down if you think something else is going to happen. Okay, what do good readers do? Jalen Roundtree, what do they do?
Keep reading to find out.
That's exactly right. We read to find out. There was the mouse. Small and gray and bright-eyed, of course. Be gone, roared Bear. So how is Bear feeling here? Use your inferencing skills. How is Bear feeling? Layla, how is Bear feeling?
Very angry.
He's not just angry, but we can tell that he's very angry. Layla, why, even though the author didn't tell us, why is Bear very angry? Use your inferencing skills. Why is he so angry?
Because mouse keep coming and coming and coming.
That's exactly right. And he locked the doors and he locked the windows, and there's Bear still coming. A crackling fire, ventured the mouse. This is impossible, intolerable, insufferable, cried Bear, shaking with anger and disbelief. Okay, so Bear is shaking. He's so mad. He's so angry. And there's Mouse, just as nice as can be, a crackling fire. Terribly sorry, murmured the mouse. Now you see me, now you don't. I am gone. And the mouse looked very sorry indeed while he waited for Bear to unbolt the door and let him out again. So here he is. He's waiting for Bear to let him out the door. He feels very sorry for making Bear so angry. Here he is. This time, before he went back to the business of making his breakfast, Bear shut the door very, very firmly and locked it. He boarded the windows shut. He stopped up the chimney and even plugged the drain to the bathtub. Okay? Let's make a prediction. Do you think this is going to stop the mouse? Okay? Give me a thumbs up if you think this is going to stop the mouse. He plugged the drain. He boarded the windows. He locked the doors. He even stopped up the chimney. Give me a thumbs up if you think that's going to stop the mouse. Give me a thumbs down if you think it's not going to stop the mouse. Okay? Good readers do what? What do good readers do, Colton?
Read to find out.
They read to find out, but guess what Miss Stuber's going to do? I'm actually going to leave you at a cliffhanger. I'm not going to tell you what happens next. We're going to stop right here, okay? And I'm going to leave you hanging. This is called a cliffhanger. You're going to have to wait till tomorrow to see if this actually keeps mouse out, okay? So as you're reading your stories, remember that we're using our inferencing skills. Anytime we use what we already know and what the author gives us, what clues he gives us in the story, to read between the lines or to figure out what the author's not telling us, okay? And I want to say that you made some really great predictions today. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here. I'm very proud of you, okay? I'm going to let Miss Turnage come
Yeah. you want me to do it
and
now?
take
Yeah.
over, and we'll finish our story, A Visitor for Bear, tomorrow, okay? Let's give some spirit fingers. Spirit finger welcome for Miss Turnage. Are we ready? Spirit fingers.
I'm back. Okay, so we're going to start something totally new. So usually in the classroom we do sight words, right? We hang the sight words on the wall. We do our sight words in our journal. Not spelling words, sight words. Ones that you know when you see them. You do not have to write these down yet, so don't do anything but the PowerPoint that I'm fixing to show you. So you're going to get up and move. Ready? We're going to get up and move. So stand up. Everybody standing up. I can see you. You can't see, you can only see me, but I can see all of you. So stand up. Tuck your little chair in if you have one. Throw your little blanket down if you have one. And get where you can see my face, because you have to read this board behind me. It's going to have our sight words on it. Okay? The sight words are going to, Matthew, where are you, buddy? You got to be able to see this board. Okay, I want you to jump up and down if you can see this board. Just straight up and down. Jump up and down if you can see this board behind me. Okay, I don't want your erase board in your hand. I don't want anything in your hand. You are standing and we're going to be talking. Okay, you can stop jumping. Now I want you to put your finger on your nose if you cannot see the board.